Choir. Good morning. I'm Valerie Reeves, Spiritual Director here. It's my honor and pleasure to get to be here with everyone. Welcome to the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, where we are transforming lives, building dreams, and revealing love, where all we ask is that you stay completely open to changing your life by changing your mind, knowing that it is the best day ever, and it's the beginning of May. How many of you used to do May Day when you were kids? Gave out May baskets? Yes, so fun. Some of you that weren't born in other places maybe don't know what that's about, but it's a fun thing. Also, we have these beautiful flowers. Thank you, Joyce Lindsay. She sneaks in here and always gives us new flowers for the month, so it looks beautiful like the month of May. Beautiful blooming flowers, just like beautiful blooming our hearts and our souls. So let's stand and join the choir in singing a community song.
Good morning. My name is Lillian, and I'm here to be your MC today, and I welcome you to the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living. We are an all-inclusive center of love, and we are transforming lives, and all we ask is that you stay open to changing your thoughts by changing your mind. We recognize and celebrate each person as uniquely divine. We view each person as an individualized expression of the one spirit in all. Together, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone. We teach and embody the science of mind principles that support our core values, which are love, healing, spiritual growth, oneness, abundance, service, diversity, and inclusivity for all. Thank you for choosing to be here today, and welcome home. Thank you to everyone joining online today. Say hello in the chat box and let us know where you're viewing from and how you're doing today. We love to connect with you and would love to see you in the future in person soon. And now, if anyone's joining us here for the very first time today, a very special welcome to you. We're so glad you're here. If you don't already have a welcome packet, you can pick it up at the welcome desk to the right as you exit the doors. There's more information about our center as well as the Gifts and More bookstore, gift shop, which will be open today after the service and during office hours throughout the week. ways you can connect with us and the center can be found in your program, so please take it home and keep it handy and connect with the office if you have any questions. And now it's time for announcements. Current events happening at our center can always be found on the concierge desk table out to the left and through our social media platforms and our community calendar, which is now found online. These are all updated regularly, so please check often as we are adding more new exciting events happening at our center so we can gather here. Today, join us for our monthly potluck after the service. We have birthday cake and there's enough to share, so everyone is welcome. For those of you having birthdays in May, please rise as you are able or raise your hand and you'll receive a free practitioner spiritual mind treatment from Lori. Take it away, Chris.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Chris. And thank you, Lori. And lots of May birthdays, yay. Join us immediately after the service today for CSL 101. This is a discovery event, and it gives you an opportunity to learn about the science of mind and the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living. For those interested in becoming members, this is the next step, and all are welcome. Drop into the women's group tomorrow, Monday, May 4th at 10:30. It's a 2-hour event, and all who identify as women are welcome. I hear it's a wonderful group. Everyone is welcome to join us for Coffee Talk this month, Tuesday, May 5th at 9 a.m. We all have a time to check in, listen, and enjoy coffee and a light snack. Then join Reverend Valerie for new book study, Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. We meet in the Friendship Hall Tuesday at 10:30, and a love offering is joyfully received. 11:30. Sorry. I said 10:30, didn't I? No, that's choir practice, sorry.
Choir practice.
Yes.
This Tuesday.
11:30, book study, this Tuesday. Then, next Sunday, join us for the Mother's Day bake sale. Bake sale and auction. All bakers, not just men, not just women, all bakers are invited to bake tasty treats and savory treats for this fundraising event at our wonderful center, and this supports our center. Thank you so much. Thursday is the Interfaith Council National Prayer Day. It meets at 7 o'clock this Thursday at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and more information is on the concierge table this Thursday at 7. And also, after the service, the bookstore will be open, and you can buy wonderful things in the bookstore, like my beautiful scarf, and there's lots of new other things, so please help yourself. And as a reminder, our practitioner team, we have several, is here today to serve you every Sunday, and you can find the prayer request box out in the garden room, or see the practitioner right after the service near the piano for a quick spiritual mind treatment, which is what we call in the Science of Mind philosophy our affirmative prayer. Our practitioners are here to know the truth for you and work with you as you change your thinking to change your mind and your life. Thank you, practitioners, for your service. We appreciate you. And now, all who would like to join us for hugs and handshakes, this is the time to greet one another with a hug or a handshake, or you may stay seated if you prefer. The choice is yours.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But when I see you hanging about with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. Well, I wanna die. It's not unusual to go out at any time. happens all the time. Love will never do exactly what you do. Why can't this crazy love be mine? It's not unusual to be mad with anyone. It's not unusual to be sad with anyone. But if I find that you've changed at any time, it's not unusual to find that I'm in love with you. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Okay, okay.
whoa, whoa,
Happy everybody is.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Can you wave out to your seats, please? You can hug more later. I invite you to take a seat. I know it's very exciting to have Annie Anderson in the house. It's very exciting. And Andrea's here. And the Salters are back from the coast. Yay. All good things, all good things. Good morning, everybody. You know, I like coming up here during the tail end of the handshake thing because you guys are just so happy to see each other. It fills me up. Okay, so please join with me in our affirmation today. I'll read it once, and you can join me for a couple more times. Okay, then. I trust the wisdom of life within me. I trust the wisdom of life within me. I trust the wisdom of life within me. Indeed, I do. Now it's time for us to read Dr. Ernest Holmes' promises together. They're in your program or on the monitors in the air. I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, wealthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful and marvelous, that it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I whisper these things into my soul until it breaks forth into songs of joy with the realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul. Now, enjoy Kelly. Enjoy Kelly. perform the Flames of Faith ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faiths, all beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religious thought and experiences, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring devotion to prayer and the path of compliance with the will of God as its highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle, acknowledging all forms of new thought, the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principle. We light the 10th candle for inclusivity, with me folks, affirming that all are welcome here. And as Alison lights the healing candle, please silently put into the light names of loved ones, knowing they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. And so that is. That's right. She gave us more time to put more names into that healing light. So thank you for your generosity. I invite you to just settle in for a couple minutes and close your eyes. And inhale. Inhale love. Inhale spirit. Inhale the universal presence that we all are, that we come from, that we are one with. There is no God in us. We are one with the great creative intelligence and fabulous source of life. What a joy to be one with the creative impulse of the universe. What a joy. And what I know for myself, I declare for everyone listening, we are a magnificent creative force on this planet. We are peace warriors. We are the love grounders. We are the truth tellers. We are sweet and we are kind. We are powerful beyond our imagination. And our bodies are healthy and thriving and responding and supporting us as we do our good work, as we love. Oh, what an amazing thing. What a magnificent life. I am so grateful for this adventure-filled, magnificent life. This community watching us grow and synthesize and support. Oh my gosh. So much gratitude for this community, for this life, for this gorgeous planet. I release my word into the law, knowing that it is done. It's done well. Join me. And so it is. Thank you. And I think I get the pleasure of introducing this month's Power Talk, my friend, my pal, Carol Stubblefield.
first one is our house. And Josh reminded me yesterday, we've been in our house 30 years. So this was nearly 30 years ago. So we had a rental, and I'd always look up on the side of the valley. One day I'd like to live up there. So there was my thought. I planted that seed. Did I have greed or lust? No, it was just a thought. And then my landlord put my rental place up for sale. So I reached out to a realtor and started looking around. And you know, that house popped up. But we were due to go to England. It was a HUD house. There was times for bids to go in, all this stuff. And I was like, if it's gonna happen, it will happen. We'll get our house. Went to England, came back, and it had gone on the auction list. So went down to the auction, and in 2 minutes, we bought a house. So my second is when I retired from the school, I loved working with dogs, and I thought, why don't I go for my Certified Professional Dog Trainer's exam? I hear the word exam, and my mind goes blank, anxiety, fear, all those negatives, that's me. But I really wanted to do this. So, you heard Lillian mention becoming supernatural. Well, back then I was doing a Zoom class, and this was the book. And I'm not going to do a spoiler alert, but there was a part in here, there's little exercises, your intention, your thought, and then your elevated emotion, your feelings. So I just felt what it'd be like to work with dogs and be a dog trainer with letters after my name. So I flashcards, I walked around the property, and I was really, really learning all those words. It's not just training a dog, it's the health, communicating with people. There's a lot goes into dog training. And on top of that, it was a 3-hour exam in a training facility. So there was a lot of pressure. Well, I got those letters after my name. So those 2 examples of my power. And I've realized when we have this love, this divine power inside us, that to give love to others, to share, I have to take care of myself. And I'm terrible at doing that. So I've learned throughout the years meditation, gratitude journal, classes, reading books, and also water. I love water, being outside in nature, being with animals, listening to the birds. So that's another part of how I grow, keep growing. And then when I share, I think when I hear the word divine, God, whatever you wish to call it, I always think of love. Love is what I go to. And if you've done classes with me, you know that's my go-to, love. And one example was when we'd gone down to Founders, we encountered a homeless lady, and she looked rough, and she was having issues. For that brief second, I mean it was a millisecond, she looked into my eyes and smiled. And for a moment
And now, Reverend Valerie.
Go. There we go. I knew it was going to happen. Oh, this is so nice. Now I'm full of marbles. I can say it, right? I'm not losing my marbles. I didn't say that. So welcome. Am I loud? Okay. Could we take me down just a little bit? That'd be awesome. Too loud. It's all good. Okay, we're there. So I am really excited. The book of the month this month is this, You Can Heal Your Life, from Louise Hayes. And Louise Hayes, how many of you have looked at this book, know about this book? All right, if you don't know about this book, I have some coming in for the bookstore. They're not there yet, but it's happening. So Louise Hayes was born in 1926. And in that time, she went through a lot of stuff as a kid, you know, from poverty to scarcity to just a lot of things that happen to kids sometimes, a lot of abuse and things. And she started working on really getting her life better. And she ended up marrying somebody, and then all of the old messages came up. Because your body's always listening, and thoughts are things. And this is what we know here. Well, she ended up getting divorced, and it's like, how can I make things better? She went to the library and was looking for stuff, and she found some different books. She found some Emerson, she found some Mary Baker Eddy, and she found Ernest Holmes. Learning all about the science of mind, and she actually started taking classes, and life started getting better, and she became a minister of science of mind. And she wrote this powerful book that has the psychological reason why you might have any dis-ease in your body. Part of it is your body's always listening. Did you know that? Of course, your body's always listening, and we have thought patterns. We have thought patterns in our life, and then the thought patterns are going into our body, and the body can hear it. And that then becomes our traits and what's happening. So if we want to change our life, we definitely want to change our thinking and be aware of the thought patterns. What am I thinking? What is happening? I have a great quote here by Louise Hayes. You are the only person who thinks in your mind. You are the power and the authority of your world. Yeah. You're the only one that can think in your head. Now, people can influence you. People can give you all sorts of ideas. And bottom line is you're the thinker of your own thoughts. So we got to take responsibility for our life, because it's easy to want to blame someone else. Oh, my parents made me think it. Not necessarily so. It was maybe a pattern that they had that we took on. It may be a message that we took on from them, or a message just as our little selves, because most of our thoughts about the past are not even true. If you have a sibling, you know this because you call them up and you say, remember that Christmas when you got the Alice in Wonderland doll and I got the Mary Poppins doll? And your sister says, no, you got the Alice in Wonderland doll. It's like, no, I know this. I know this very vividly. All of our thoughts about the past, only about 50% of them are accurate, right? We tell stories and then we compare notes with siblings or with people that were there, and it's like different stories, right? Because we have different ideas and different memories, and most of our stories about the past are not even the truth. So why do we keep telling them? Partly it's familiar. So we become familiar with that thought and that story. Or like my youngest son, when I was telling him a story and I could see him smiling, I'm like, I've told you this before. And he's like, yes, but you like that story. It's like, right, we like our stories. We become addicted to our old stories, so we keep retelling them and patterning our world. So if we want to change that, then we get to do this whole wonderful thing that Louise Hayes talks about, is act as if. Act as if you're already the best-selling author. Act as if you're the best singer there is. Act as if life is working out. And that mantra, or things are always working out for me. Have you ever had a time in your life when you were really worried about something? Worry, and you just were awfulizing everything that could happen in the future, and I don't know how to figure it out, and then you get through it because you're here today. So somehow you got through whatever disaster or craziness was going on. Things are always working out. And maybe it's not working out the way we want it to. However, things are always working out. And the more we get in that space of, could I stand taller? Could I be happier? Could I smile more? Could I laugh more? Could I know without a shadow of a doubt that things are working out? Because we want to tell that to our body. Louise Hayes, in her wonderful book, You Can Heal Your Life, she has all the different diseases, a dis-ease, where we're not in harmony with stuff, so it lands somewhere in the body, and what the psychological reason might be that that would happen. Great book to go through. In fact, when my youngest son, he was living in the Midwest. He was down in Kansas, and I was out here in California with my other three, and he called me, and he's like, now don't panic, but I had to go to the emergency room. I had kidney stones. So I looked up Louise Hayes. What is kidney stones? What does it represent? What is the mental equivalent? And why did I manifest this in my life? And it came down to some regret. And he's like, yep, I got some of that, so I'm healing it. So the more we can heal the stuff that's going on in our life, the old patterns where we can forgive people of the past and the stories and not carry that with us. Let it go. And then be in that open space. What do I want to create? And things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. And ours is to know the what and then allow. We don't have to know the how. We just have to allow. Because sometimes it's like, oh, I don't know how to get there. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. But as long as we have that intention, just like Carol having the intention for the house, it's like, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I have the intention. And I have the vision. I have the feeling that I'm going to live on the outskirts. I'm going to live out here. And then everything comes together. The universe is always supporting our highest desire in that emotional space. And I don't know about you, but I could feel that emotion with Carol, that it's like she really had that desire. And when you have that desire, everything else falls into place. So putting that intention and then being mindful. What are you thinking? What is your body listening to? I know when I had to really check in with my body, and it's like, why are you having this? It's like, oh, because you don't like to exercise. And I said it a lot. So now it's like, okay, I love to exercise, exercising, being flexible. All is well. Things are always working out for me because the body is always listening. So we want to make sure we're planting seeds of goodness, greatness, and love. I have another quote from Louise Hayes. This is why a lot of people get upset, because you want people to be the way you want them to be. So this is a great quote. I forgive you for not being the way I wanted you to be. I forgive you and I set you free. It's a great thing to think about. It's like many times when we get upset with people, I like to follow the rules. It's like when you're on an airplane, it's like the row before you goes. But then there's always somebody in the back of the plane that's trying to rush through, and they're not following the rules. There are unspoken rules. But it's like, I forgive you for not doing things or being the way I wanted you to be. We can do that with maybe an ex or with people from our past, because maybe they weren't the way we wanted them to be. So now we can set them free because it's like they are their own entity. It's even the same thing with our children. I love Kahlil Gibran's book, The Prophet, where he talks about our children. Our children are not our own. They are their own entities. They are here to teach us. They are here to let us learn how to allow them to be who they are, just as they are perfect and just as they aren't perfect. So being in that space of just allowing people to be who they are. And if forgiveness has been a thing for you and it's like, oh, I'm still holding a grudge about this person or about that person, about this company or about the world. I am doing a forgiveness workshop on the last Saturday of this month. Yeah, May 30th. So great opportunity to come and let go. I like to do a lot of writing and ripping, let it go. If you pick it back up, we write and rip again. Let it go. I call it purging on paper. Because the more I can let it go out of me, then it isn't disharmony that is sitting in there. There's no dis-ease in the body. I get to be that free and fluid spirit. So being at that space of love. Another Louise Hayes quote, I do not fix problems, I fix my thinking. The problems fix themselves. So if there's an error in our thinking, we might want to take a look at that. It's like, what have I been thinking? What is the mantra? Because many times our main mantra is, I'm not enough, I don't know how, I'm sick of this, I'm tired, I'm sick and tired. And it's like, watch your words, because your body's listening. So it's like, oh, I'm full of energy, and I'm allowing myself to rest when I choose to. I'm loving myself, and because the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between you and me, it thinks everything that you think about somebody else is true for you. So we want to be very loving and kind to the universe, loving and kind to ourselves, taking time for ourselves, making sure that we're going to that space of meditation and listening to that inner knower. And listening to ourselves when we just go on automatic, because sometimes we're just in conversations and we're just in automatic. And then it's like, did you hear what you said? I always think if a person was recorded throughout the day, you would look and just be, I didn't remember saying that. I was just on automatic. So we want to make sure that we're in that space of love and fluidity. And being in that space of acting as if things are always working out for me. I know that's my oldest son's mantra. My actor son, things are always working out for him. And he says that all the time. It's like, I know, things are always working out for you. And things are always working out for him. So the more we be in that space of things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. And blessing our body, being at that love space with our body. Louise Hayes wrote this book, and it was on the bestseller list, New York Times, for about a year. And then 20 years later, when people started waking up, it was on the bestsellers list again. Yeah. Very few books are on the bestsellers list twice, especially 20 years between those times. But it's like, okay, people are waking up to understand that our thoughts are things, and we are creating our own reality. And if you want a better reality, just change your thinking. Easier said than done. Because we have those thought patterns, and it's like, okay, it just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. Louise Hayes was also a really big in the 80s with the AIDS movement, making sure that people were loving and accepted just as they are. If you look in the back of the Science of Mind textbook, it has just kind of glimpses the topic of what your thoughts might be doing to your body, what dis-eases or disharmony. And she took that and she went far with it. Because it is the first book you got something going on. It's the first book I go to find out, okay, what could be the mental equivalent? And then you check in with yourself. Because I am a firm believer on you don't trust what anyone says, you figure it out for yourself, and you make sure, does this resonate with me? It's like, oh yeah, it does. When I was a kid, I had mono, the kissing disease. I wasn't kissing anybody, but it's a sleeping sickness. And at that time, my parents were going through divorce. And the mental equivalent is extreme sadness. It's like, okay, that resonates for me. I was in extreme sadness. So it's like, okay, I understand what was happening with my body, and I've seen the power of our thoughts time after time in anything that we're going through. So changing those mantras, making sure that we're having a good daily practice. And if you don't have a good daily practice that you're using to set your intention, I know one of the things that we talk about in classes and workshops is waking up with an intention. Joe Dispenza talks about it in all of his books. It's like setting that intention for your day and then watching it unfold. Today is going to be a day full of love, where there's a lot to be grateful for, where I get to see the world from a different vantage point, where I get to love myself from a different vantage point, and where I get to remind myself of the divinity that flows. Because I can see the divinity here, I can see the divinity here. So within, so without, and vice versa. So making sure we're in that space, and then being at that wonderful end of the day gratitude. Making intention at the beginning of the day, maybe some meditation and some prayer. And then at the end of the day, being at that gratitude space. I'm so grateful that I got to see friends I hadn't seen for a while. That I got to have an experience in life. Each and every day is a new experience. I have another Louise Hayes quote. I have noticed that the universe loves gratitude. The more grateful you are, the more goodies you get. And we all like goodies, right? We all want to be grateful. So it's like the more I can put out the gratitude to be so grateful for each and every person in my life, the more and not that we ever give the gratitude to receive, but being at that gratitude space, we're like magnets. And the feeling of gratitude, because if you can really get to the feeling of gratitude, it's like, oh, I'm so grateful. Then like magnets, we just get more good to be grateful for. And giving that gratitude with realness, that it's like we're not just faking it. You know, we used to always say, fake it till you make it. Yeah, fake it till you make it. But Louise Hayes really, really encourages that we act as if I have so much to be grateful for. Even on those days when maybe the cupboards are bare and things just are like, oh, things haven't been working out, we put that aside and we go to the space where things are working out, where we get to see the full moon that we got to see on Friday night. I don't know if anybody looked at the moon. Was that gorgeous? Yes. So it's like the full moon, the love, the energy of the atmosphere. So much to even just go outside and look at the plants that are growing and the roses. And I don't know if you've seen the roses out on both sides of the building. They're gorgeous. So being at that gratitude space, what else can I be grateful for? Because the more we immerse ourselves in that gratitude, the more we have to be grateful for. And it's such a wonderful feeling to just be grateful. And the minute you get into that, I want to call it the sourpuss attitude, where it's like you look like you've been sucking on a lemon or something. So it's like, okay, let's go to that space and put that down and get to that space, because sometimes we get on that merry-go-round of same thought, same thought, same thought. And maybe it's like that snowball that just wants to keep gathering more energy as it rolls down the hill, a thought that just takes you on a story that it's like, oh, and I'm still so mad about that. It's like, put that down. The sooner you put it down, the easier it is to change it so it's not so big and so out of control. Put that thought down, and it's like, what can I be grateful for? And what would I love? What would I love? And knowing that everything passes and life is good. So let me be at that gratitude space. Let me act as if all is well. Let me act as if I'm deserving. Because sometimes you see people come so, closed in that it's like, wake up, you're deserving. Life is good. Life is here for you. All you got to do is act as if. Own it. Put it in every cell of your body and remind yourself that you showed up here to play out loud, to play with fun, to play with gusto, and to play with goodness. So my charge for you today is find at least 10 things to be grateful for. I used to work with this wonderful woman. So she said, every day the universe gives me 10 gifts. I'm just excited when I wake up in the morning to see what those gifts are. And the gift could be that the sun is shining, or the gift could be that it's raining. The gift could be that a flower has bloomed. A gift could be that somebody called you, that somebody showed up. Be in that gratitude space. So look for 10 gifts from the universe today that you can be grateful for. So that is the charge for today. And I'm knowing things are always working out for you. So let's take all of this as we go inside, as we have just a little moment of contemplation time. We'll let Chris and Kelly set the tone for us. So knowing in the stillness, in this moment, that divine energy of the universe is flowing through every cell, that we just allow every cell to be awakened and rejuvenated at a whole new level, a whole new light. knowing that the body is always listening, knowing that there's a transformation in this moment. There's a healing, there's a love, there's a blessing on every cell in our bodies. As we just continue to breathe in the fullness of life, knowing that things are always working out for us. Things are always working out. They're just always working out for our highest and best, always. And in gratitude, I just release my word knowing all is well. So it is. Beautiful, thank you. And now we get to enjoy Chris and Kelly with Trust the Wind. Let's give it up for them.
Telling me it's gonna be alright.
you so much. That was fantastic. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Chris. Beautiful. Thank you. I've been wanting that song for a long time. I love it. All right, now it is that time for giving, knowing that as we give, we absolutely do receive, because when we give, we are letting the universe know that we know that more is coming, that we are in that gratitude and that knowingness space. Lots of ways to give. You can give online. We have a drop-down donation button on the first page. You can give it here live and in person. You can give it through the mail. You can also use the QR code right up there on the screen, or also on your program. So as the ushers come forward, let's say our giving affirmation. As I give, I set abundance in motion. My offering blesses the center and returns to me multiplied through expected and unexpected channels of good. I am grateful, I am generous, and I am abundantly supplied. Thank you. Knowing that that divine spirit back of all things flows right where we are. Knowing that as we give, we absolutely do receive, opening up those channels of goodness. Knowing life is good and life is very good. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you. Thank you, choir. Thank you, ushers. I know we had a couple kids, but did they go? Okay. Oh, they're getting donuts. Oh, good for them. Yay. Best day ever, donuts. Woo. So we do have potluck. So do make sure that you join us. That's great. I am going to be doing CSL 101, which is just information about our center. If you want to be here once everybody kind of gets out, we're coming right back in. So it'll be at about 11:04, 11:05, and we'll go through the CSL 101 for those that are interested. And practitioner on duty will do prayer circle. Oh, Lori is going to do it. Thank you, Lori. Lori will do the circle up for prayers if you want a prayer request right after service. So with that, let's stand. You can join hands if you choose to, and let's sing our closing song.
I can't help it.
God makes me wanna sing. I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. It makes me feel so good. I can do anything. I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. It makes me feel so good. I can do anything. It makes me feel so good. I can do anything. It makes me feel so good. I can do anything.
Yay! Life is good. All is well.